Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make this look good. Right. Right, we're gonna try and guesstimate what we're gonna do with this enlargement. Gonna hit it up to 200. Gonna make this a positive image. I think the colours in this are quite nice for a positive. So let's see if we can make it. We're going to keep that in the middle. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. Anyway, it is a picture of splishing and splashing. This is out of an Aldi pamphlet. So this is out of an Aldi pamphlet. It shows inflatables. I don't like inflatables, incidentally. I don't think they're good for the planet because they're easy to puncture and damage. And also they don't, when you blow them up with your mouth, because when I was a kid, when I was little, people had inflatables at their pool, and I think we had some inflatables as well, if I remember correctly. And basically, I didn't like blowing them up with my mouth because the plasticky, apart from the saliva, perhaps from other people, we're going to change this, well, the plasticky smell or taste was just unpleasant. I don't like the smell of plastics, certain types of plastics that just have this off smell, this not off, but this horrible, sometimes it's really acrid, like sharp, sometimes but inflatables had a certain smell about them when you blow them up. It's really gross, so I don't like the smell of the plastic on the inflatables in general. Now that looks interesting. We got some of the lettering in, but that's all right. But basically, I just don't like inflatables, and I just don't think they're good for the planet. I think the smell of the plastic could be a sign that it's toxic. It's got a toxic sort of I think it's a toxic smell. And judging by the fact that these were popular, I think if I'm correct, in the 70s, or from the 70s or the 60s, I don't know. Well, they probably are. And a lot of things are being made cheaply, and it looks like we're getting really nasty types of plastics coming back. And it's like a lot of toxic things, so it's not a very good thing. I don't like the toxic smell of these plastics, so inflatables, I just don't like them. And how do you dispose of them? How do you recycle them? You can't. I don't think you can recycle them, so that's a problem. It's a real problem if you can't recycle, and not enough plastic is getting recycled anyway. About 10% is the amount that I read in a recent article. 10%, that's it. 10% gets recycled. The rest goes to perhaps landfill, high temperature incinerator, whatever. It's just a fucking stupid. We're relying too much on plastic. It's just not good. It's not good for our planet, and it's not as nice. I prefer glass or metal. Of course, you can't have glass and metal inflatables. Ha ha ha, funny. But anyway, but basically, yeah, plastics have got to be minimised, and more of it has to be recycled, the stuff that we do use. Anyway, we're going to make this into a summary-looking mirror image. But yeah, I don't like inflatables. Yeah, of course, I had an air bed. I had an air mattress, of course. They don't seem to be as bad as these sorts of plastics, as in the toxic smell, fragrance. I do believe I have Asperger's syndrome, which means I'm perhaps a lot more sensitive to the smell or the odours of these sorts of plastics. So that probably explains why I have such an abhorrence towards that stuff. I could still do it. I could still inflate them, like beach balls and that, but I still didn't like doing it. I didn't like the smell, but judging by the size of those inflatables, I think they're designed to be used with a pump, like, I don't know, a hand pump. I think most people don't blow it up themselves anymore with their mouths, but that's how we did it in my day. And basically, yeah, but there are pumps. Of course, they've had air bellows type pumps where you just put your foot on it and just pump, pump, pump. So yeah, they'd probably use pumps to inflate these rather large examples of inflatables. So, but anyway, it's still not good. We don't want to use too much of this plastic. You know, I know they're fun. You know, they're fun. Well, they're not really my cup of tea, but anyway, they're fun for a lot of people to float around in them, and they like the designs and that shit. But it's not my cup of tea, folks. I've got better things to think about with my life, and saving the planet from overuse of plastics is something I'd like to do one day, and maybe bring back old style manufacturing minus the plastics. You know, this can't be replaced by glass and metal, of course, but for other things. But anyway, I don't know what can be done about this to make these environmentally friendly. Hopefully someone who's smart has got an answer to that. But at the moment, I don't consider them a good idea.